Hi there, this is Vespasian and I am going to show you today my completed Jewish Revolt army. Basically it's the Jewish Revolt army that fought against the Romans during the Great Jewish Revolt. There are 3 Jewish revolts in total, the other 2 are not really very important. This is the big one because this is the one we're doing. So you can see the army is quite big, it's quite a large army. There were a lot of rebels. They're based, one unit is like so, and they're based 5 figures to a 60 by 40 base. I tried doing them all crammed in together. If I do a quick close-up of troops who are crammed in together, these are Caesarian Romans that I've painted up as Jewish troops who are wearing captured Roman armour. I've swapped the Caesarian shields for Imperial Roman shields, and you can see the difference in basing. Basically these chaps are really crammed in together, and these chaps are quite open order, which is just like the Jewish army was. So I thought that was really the best way of basing them up.
Tell them what units are?
Yeah, okay, we'll go through the units first. You saw these cards before, they're basically Hail Caesar cards. Each unit has its own card, and it's an easy reference card that we use for each army. So I explained a bit more in the Roman video. I have done it on a Q&A, and I'm not going to go into any more detail about it. You will pick it up as we go along. We're about to start the campaign, so we'll now go over the army itself. Yeah, right. So unit by unit, what do we have?
We have the hand, which is very good combat.
Yeah.
Right, you have Sakari.
Sakari. Who are?
Well, mercenaries, kind of.
Well, not really. They're religious zealots.
They're basically assassins.
Yeah, Sakari means knife, and in reality the Sakari were assassins who mostly lived in Rome and throughout the Roman Empire and murdered people.
Yep.
Very nice sort of chaps. Here you can field them as a solid unit of cutthroat murderers. Basically suicide troops. Then we have these guys.
These, as I already mentioned, the auxiliary.
Yeah.
Which, well, legionaries, I suppose. I'm just going to call them legionaries.
Well, they're imitation legionaries. A copy. They use stolen Roman armour. They were drilled and trained to an extent.
The trained troops.
Yeah. Most of them fought for Josephus. Most of them were Josephus's troops, and there were the few troops who fought for the rebels who actually had training. The only real trained Jews in the period of history were the Royal Jewish spearmen who worked for King Herod, and they stayed loyal to King Herod throughout the campaign. So, well, these are basically the best the revolting troops can get. Not that the troops are revolting, but they're revolting against the Romans.
And here we have the slingers.
Yes, a large amount of slingers.
Yeah, we kind of got a lot.
Yeah. Over here we also have a large amount of javelin skirmishers.
There's a lot of javelin.
In the Jewish Revolt army, if you look it up, half the army can be fielded as skirmishers, which is just awesome. I just like the idea of having
like the
half
Parthian army can all be cavalry.
Yeah, you can have your entire army as cavalry, and the Mongols can be cavalry. It's cool.
Romans.
Yeah, an army of cavalry is pretty much the Romans' worst nightmare. And elephants, which are awesome. Elephants are cool.
Imagine 5 elephants going to 1 legion. That's so scary.
Well, the Romans used elephants.
Yeah, but I mean am I having 5 elephants in your legionary?
Yep, that's a lot of packed lunch. So,
but no one else fought like that.
No, they didn't, but the Romans
They killed people riding it and waited.
Yeah.
And then giving them back.
In Parthia, it was illegal to kill a horse or an animal of any kind.
Because it was so expensive.
Yeah, anything you could ride, you couldn't kill a cow because you needed it to plough fields and stuff, you know?
Even though it had lots of delicious meat in it.
And even though it had lovely bacon and stuff. Not bacon, that's pigs. Steaks, sorry. Pigs, interesting one. Not many pigs in that geographical region, although the Romans introduced pigs and made a fortune out of it.
But like hid sausages somewhere else.
No, sausages were illegal.
I know.
Sausages were invented in Germany and were banned by the Romans. The worst crime you could ever commit in Rome was eating a sausage.
Or walking into Rome with a sausage.
Yeah, it was illegal.
Get down, there, you got a sausage.
Yes, it was illegal to enter the city of Rome with a sausage. You could carry a battle axe, fine. Romans didn't have any problem with men carrying weapons, that's fine. Battle axe, huge sheet armour, whatever.
But
sausage, you had it. Sorry, big centurion's going to hit you with a brick. You know, you had it.
We also have archers.
Yep, archers.
Not a lot of archers though.
No, because the Jews didn't have many archers because they didn't have access to composite bows. So any bowmen that they had to start with, they ran out. The Jews never had any tradition of trained bowmen. They never had invented anything like the longbow, but they did have composite bows, which they used from the Parthians and the Persians before them. But where do you get them from when your economy is completely shattered by civil war and no one will sell to you? So, not many bowmen.
Yep. We also have 4 onagers.
Yep.
With very, very bad versions.
Not as good as the Roman onagers.
You can tell if you look at the Roman video of onagers and then look at these, they look so bad.
Yes, deliberately. They're scratch built. That's not the reason they look bad. I've actually copied them off of a drawing, which is quite interesting. Then we move on to the next one.
Yes,
which
we
is
also have Scorpios.
Yes, now I bought these Scorpios from Irregular Miniatures. I didn't want the Scorpios to look like the Roman Scorpios because the Jewish troops did have their own anyway, because bear in mind there were large Greek garrisons in Judea and there would have been scorpions available. So I didn't copy the Roman scorpions or buy them. I got them from Irregular Miniatures and they do this rather nice late Roman scorpion, which I thought would suit the Jewish troops better.
We have some cavalry, or unit of cavalry.
1 unit of light horse.
But light horse are pretty good, to be honest, because they're very fast.
Yeah.
Renewable.
They're not. You only allowed 1 unit of light horse per 10 units of other infantry, so we only bought 1 unit. So.
We have 3 generals.
Yep.
1
Josephus. Yep.
Normal general. Ordinary general.
Ordinary general and...
Unless, I'm gonna mark this guy, I'm gonna mark this guy as his friend.
Ananas. Yeah.
Right, and this guy...
Eleazar.
And then we have this guy. He's not really like...
An angry Jesus.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. Jesus with a knife. Yeah. You won't find many Christians in this army because this is 70 AD, so there weren't any. So let's move on.
8 units of zealots.
Yes, 8 units of zealots in total. That means the zealots are the mainstay of the army because they were. They're actually quite good troops. They're not as good as the warband infantry. So they're a bit like your Celts, but they're not as good as your Celts. They're about 2 points less in combat. So they do have that impetus impact, but they're not as good as Celts. So you need to mass them up in large numbers in order to win.
And I think you should comment down below who should be playing Jews this campaign and who should be playing Romans this campaign.
Well, hang on a minute. I thought I was playing Jews because we've got this nice shiny new Jewish army.
No. I'm thinking that it should be up to them.
Oh right, all right. You let them pick.
Yes, that's what they did in that last video.
That's not very fair. That's not very fair because I'm not very happy about that. I quite enjoy playing this army.
Well, because you just see me get destroyed.
It's a nice army because it is a light impact army. You can move your troops forward very quickly because they have the free charge. You don't have to pay to charge them. Basically, anything within 3 moves of the enemy can charge. So that's quite cool.
Anything else to go over?
Yeah, I will run over a few points for anyone thinking of making their own Jewish army. The flags are all as historical as I can get them. There were a few other flags which I didn't think were really, to be honest, that politically correct. Because from a distance they look like other flags which they deal with it. So I didn't want to do those, so I stuck mainly to the olive branch and the Jewish colours, which were used in the period, and that was about it. That's the Temple Guard, and that's the Royal Judeans who fought for the Greeks, so that's where I got those flags from. There's a very interesting book, and I cannot for the life of me remember my name, but it's got quite a few symbols of coins and things that they used. So you can use. I got some of these from coins and use them to make the flags. So it's just an interesting little point. Ethnically, you'd think that the Jewish rebellion was all about Jews. In actual fact, 30% of the population of Judea were Greeks, and about 15% were Romans, and about the same were Persian. So they came from Iran and modern day Iran, Iraq, places like that. So they weren't all Jews, and also the people who rebelled weren't all Jews. Some Jews stayed on the side of the Romans. Many cities were half Jewish and half Greek. Nearly all the buildings are built by the Greeks, and the newer buildings are built by the Romans. Caesarea was built by the Romans. Jerusalem was built by the Greeks. Or the modern city of Jerusalem. Don't look at me like that. The modern city, not the modern city. The city that was modern then was built by the Greeks. The Greeks built all the buildings in the city, barring the temple.
My brain's melting.
Yeah. This is the thing. And there's an awesome model of this. You can go online and look up the model of Jerusalem in Judea, and someone's built an exact replica of Judea as it was at the time.
Massive battle.
Yeah, and it's brilliant. You go and have a look at that, and that shows you what it looked like. And it's basically a Roman city.
Is that the one where they had a massive battle?
Yeah, they played a game.
How long did it last again?
Days.
Yeah,
literally
days.
On one corner, just on one corner. But this
Each day
army.
is your turn.
Yeah. This army is basically done up with Greek figures mainly. Greek and Caesarean Roman figures which have been painted up as Jewish troops. All these figures are from the Peri miniatures, Vitrix, I think they are. Figures, and I've painted them up in Jewish colours, lots of greens, whites. Some of the clothing's got stripes on it, which was a common dress code for the area at the time. So I've tried to keep it as historically accurate as possible. You have some Greek helmets and things dotted around. The officers all wear Greek helmets. During the rebellion, there were some towns where the Jews killed all the Greeks, and there were some towns where the Greeks got a bit paranoid and killed all the Jews. And there were some towns where both sides decided they didn't want to rebel, and they tore their own walls down and declared an open city, and therefore didn't take part in the rebellion. Wars are never straightforward, and you can never paint one side red and the other side blue and say they're your teams you're playing with. It just doesn't work that way. If you're painting the figures, then primarily you want to have brown and black hair on your figures. They're basically white skinned with brown and black hair, with a few redheads, basically.
May you want to tell them where you got these figures from?
Those figures. Those are the Caesarian Romans. Are they from Vitrix, those ones? I think they are.
And the rest were from...
The rest are from Vitrix. They're from Vitrix. The cavalry and all the generals are from irregular miniatures. All these generals here are from irregular miniatures.
My favourite miniatures seller.
Yeah, because he very nicely designed some Parthians for me. I really need to plug in more. I ain't going on me at the moment. They're downstairs. But he actually designed some I told him I was doing a Parthian campaign, a Parthian army, and he designed the Parthians, and he's now got the range on his website if you go along and have a look.
Check out regular miniatures, everybody.
Yeah, and he designed those for me. Sadly, I haven't been able to finish that army yet because we've been concentrating on these guys.
Yeah.
But that will be another one of the armies we need to finish.
The Jewish army.
Yeah, but it's Dacians next. You're never finished with Hail Caesar, that's the problem.
No, Romans next.
Romans next.
He's complete the Romans,
We
don't
need
we?
to finish the Roman army. Because we're going to do the Roman Civil War one day. Which will be interesting.
What? Bad, not very good trained units versus Vespasian. Who knows who's going to win?
Well, no, the army of
I'll play
Galba.
Vespasian.
The army of Galba was very well trained. He was a Roman army. It's just Vespasian knew he was up against, and Primus and generals like that. Vespasian wasn't on his own. Vespasian himself knew he was up against a Roman army. So he did what the Romans didn't expect, was he didn't behave like a Roman army.
No.
If the enemy expect you to be Roman, they expect you to fight as a Roman. So Vespasian changed the rules. He turned his men into phalanx. Which shocked the hell out of the poor old Vitellius.
Deal with this.
Yeah, he had his troops carry spare shields. Of the wrong legion, he had his legionaries at the front carry auxiliary shields. So the Romans thought they were up against auxiliaries. They'd throw the peeler, the auxiliaries would drop their shields and turn into Romans, which would scare the hell out of the poor old guys on the hill throwing peeler down at them. Oh no, they're real Romans! And of course, Vespasian's troops hadn't thrown their peeler yet, so you knew what you had coming.
Yep.
So, but that is that is a different civil war, not this civil war. That civil war took place during the end of this civil war. So, you know, one civil war to another. So this is the Jewish army, and I think it's basically a finished army now. So that's it. That's it. You can do this.
Well, if you like this video, please leave a like. We'd love your likes. And comment if you want to. And they'll all be answered in the Q&A video. What was that?
That was me. Sorry. I made a banging sound.
Or you can add some more actual questions when we can answer in the comments, and subscribe, which we love, you know, because there's some people we have seen which haven't actually subscribed. We would love you to subscribe, please.
Yeah, we love people who subscribe. Subscribers are awesome. I want to give every subscriber a sticker, but I ain't got any, so you can't. But, you know, there's the thoughts there. I'd send you a Christmas card, but I'm tight. I don't like giving. I come from Yorkshire. I don't give Christmas cards to people.
Oh.
What?
Have you ever given anyone a Christmas card in your whole life?
No.
Thought so.
No, hang on. No, your mum.
I did.
Yeah, I gave your mum a Christmas card because I knew she'd get in a bad mood if I didn't. So. And she won't cook me dinner and stuff. If she don't cook me dinner, I go hungry because I can't cook for myself. I can't fend for myself at all.
Mr. Josephus has been talking to me. He said you should end the video now.
What, you actually heard Josephus talking? He's back from the dead?
No, I think I'm going to say.
Awesome! Right, so there we go. Thank you very much for watching and all the stuff he said. So this has been Vespasian. G'day.